Alright, let's see how good my memory is. So remember you asked about this. So that's just it's the slide where you just go up into the note. Doesn't really matter where you start it from. The idea is you apply pressure as you slide and pick at the same time. Just anywhere. Real far away, real close. But that's all that part is. They just sliding up into that thing, which I would say is probably optional. Like if it feels like too much of a pain to play with the band, then you can cut that out. Especially because now, of course, I haven't checked to see if it even sounds correct with the song, but like that note there, hitting that extra D note before sliding up into that D note could provide a bit of a challenge. You see, like all the other places, it's only played. What am I talking about? That is it at the end there. Never mind. Well then, apparently in my head I'm hearing the song different. Never mind. So yeah, it is there. So I would say the slide could be an optional thing, not a huge deal. And you asked about the X's, I think in the standard notation, which, yeah, those X's up there are just representing the X's or string breaks that happen there. So yeah, this is a D major chord, that's a C major chord. I think you asked about this chord here, and yes, that is a G major chord with a D for the root, so G/D. Yes, that would be correct. Let's see. You asked about the bend here, the quarter step bend, which is next to impossible to read at this size. But that's just like a small little twist up with your finger. So that's right now. So when I'm playing, let's say from that, what would you say, starting at bar 17. So you just like basically hold it out to the very end of that beat. Just kind of a little turn there. Or you could bend the finger. Sometimes I'll just kind of pull my wrist out like that. That's all it is, that quarter step bend. And typically when you bend the E, A, and D strings, you'll usually pull those down towards the floor. The top three strings, G, B, and D, you usually bend those up. I got stuff in my throat. Let's see. Yes, this is when you asked about. For this 0 in parentheses, I would ignore that. Don't even bother with it. You'll just be hitting that 10th fret there on the G string and doing the vibrato. You asked about this slide. This is just where you pick it, just kind of slide off to whatever. Doesn't really matter. I'll come down to like maybe the 3rd fret where I let go of the pressure there. But I'm still touching the string. This way it's not going. You can barely even hear the D string ringing out there. But when I let go of the pressure, I'm still barely touching the string. And let's see. The thing you asked about, that G chord. You asked about both of these. Actually, there's something else. Yeah, you asked here, these chords. So yeah, you just do it a G, back down to F, up to a G again. So you're just barring the D, G, and B strings with the ring finger. What the heck would that be? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, so this C chord hold it the same way. Ugh. I swear I just tuned this thing. Anyways, yeah, that C chord, doing the bar with your ring finger, and then that G chord is the same as doing that F chord, moved up. And then, yeah, those string rakes here, I'm just, I'm doing a palm mute. I usually palm mute string rakes, especially when you're doing distortion. It just sounds more percussive. Oh look, they have a bonus C chord here. I see they're placing the 5th interval at the base of the chord on this one. If you just played it the way you had already, like this chord here, then you're fine. This one right here is basically a C/G, which you could do that way. I don't know if they're actually doing that in the song. But when you repeat the 5th interval, in this case G down the low octave, it makes a chord sound deeper. But if you just do a regular C chord like that, you are fine. I need to cut my nails. I'm starting to actually feel the fretboard with my fingernail. And I think that was all the questions you had with this. Yes. Alright. Now let's get back to... There we go. Oh yeah, you also asked about that Neil Young thing. So that was one of the... That's an instance where I think just holding down the chord that is diagrammed there, so I think it was just this G chord. You just hold that and strum it how the rhythm notation's laid out, and it'll sound fine with the song. That is my educated guess without actually listening to the song, but pretty sure that would be what it is. Alright, let's get on into this. There's that southern accent again. Alright, 60 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 4. 1 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 4. Done. So with the E5 here, you want to be careful to not stop the chord too soon. So let it ring out as long as you can before jumping up into that A5 chord. Here it is at 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 4. 1 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 4. Done. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and 4. 1 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 4. Done. Okay, on to number 2, the graduation piece, where it's kind of all over the place. Really test them reading and rhythm strumming skills. 60 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 1 and 4. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 4 done. 90. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and I total brain fart there. Goodness. Take 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 1 and 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 1 and 4 done. And 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 1 and 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 1. Goodness, I'm having a heck of a day. Brain is just right now. All right, let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 1 and 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 1 and 4 done. There we go. Yeah. So, any questions come up, or if I missed anything with that Cream song, let me know. I'll see you again in a week.